Hell no. We won't go. 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 Hell no.
The battles on college campuses across the country as police are called in to crack down on pro-Palestinian protesters. New York University among the latest, where police cleared out a tent encampment, and ABC's Phil Lipoff is there this morning. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Gio. For weeks now, as you know, anger, fear, and uncertainty on college campuses all across this country, including, as you mentioned, NYU here in New York City. Administrators desperately trying to balance free speech with safety. Overnight, new campus protest clashes, 2,400 arrests across 46 U.S. colleges since April 17th. Just outside NYU, hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters taking to the streets. Our Stephanie Ramos there.
I think student movements historically have brought a lot of change.
More than 50 arrests made that day after the NYPD cleared out tents at both NYU and the New School. Administrators calling in law enforcement once they say protesters would not budge.
They're preventing students from going into their dorms.
What? At Columbia, the NYPD now admitting to an accidental gun discharge while clearing rooms earlier this week.
When the sergeant transitioned his firearm to his non-dominant hand, he began to use his dominant hand to gain entry through the window, which is when the unintentional discharge occurred.
Police say no one was injured. The university president speaking out Friday for the first time since she approved the NYPD action.
We tried very hard to resolve the issue of the encampment through dialogue. The university made a sincere and good offer, but it was not accepted.
In Illinois, tensions flaring at the University of Chicago as a group of counter-protesters approached a pro-Palestinian encampment chanting USA.
USA! USA! And they don't have a monopoly on our campus or our country.
The school preparing to intervene to remove the encampment, saying protesters have created a systemic disruption on campus. All of this as schools are planning graduations. Some students at Ohio State say they are thrilled their school is moving forward with commencement.
It's just great that OSU is putting us first. That's how it always should be.
So some protests did end peacefully, like at Northwestern, Brown, and Rutgers. Administrators coming to terms with protesters curbing the protests in return for a promise of a review of their investments in companies with ties to the Gaza war. Janae?
So we've seen some progress on some campuses. Phil, thank you.
What's good, history fam? It's your boy, the Project Professor, a.k.a. the Hood Historian, back at it again with another enlightening episode of Trap History. Today, we're diving deep into the roots of campus protest in the United States. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Fisk University, the pinnacle of black education in the 1920s, alma mater to the legendary W.E.B. Du Bois. But behind the prestigious facade, tensions were simmering. It all started when the white president, Fayette McKenzie, decided to shake things up. Seeking donations from wealthy funders, McKenzie began implementing changes to the curriculum, shifting away from the elite liberal arts education that Fisk was known for. But the students weren't having it. Fueled by righteous indignation and inspired by the intellectual giant, Du Bois, they took a stand. They walked out in protest, demanding that Fisk University uphold its commitment to excellence. And let me tell you, their voices were heard loud and clear. McKenzie had no choice but to resign, and Fisk University reclaimed its rightful place as a beacon of black intellectualism. Now, fast forward to today, and we see the legacy of those brave Fisk students living on in the pro-Palestinian protests rocking college campuses across the nation. But just like back in the day, these protests aren't without their challenges. From authorities cracking down on protesters, to instances of violence and destruction, the struggle for justice persists. Yet, in the face of adversity, there's hope for peaceful resolution, a testament to the enduring power of student activism. So, next time you see students taking a stand on campus, remember where it all began. Black students invented the campus protest, and their legacy lives on.
Conclusion. The fight at Fisk University is a fateful step in the development of the American Negro. it involves the tremendous question as to whether Negro youth shall be trained as Negro parents wish, or as Southern whites and Northern copperheads demand. Let the attention of no Negro be distracted from this main and crucial point.
That's all for today, fam. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more enlightening episodes of Trap History. Until next time, stay educated, stay safe, and keep hustling.
Emotions in the story. It's always more than like sitting around just arguing. Gotta have a little business about yourself, a nigga, I'm bargaining. I had to stay down and fill my pockets with paper. No, I can't lay down, I'ma get back up this train. I just can't lay around with you, gotta get this money.